Morning, folks. Not been on for a few days, been pretty rough. Before I start, probably going to be trigger warning, so those who don't feel they can watch, please don't. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. Bad thoughts of self-harm, actually acting on that self-harm, down to just about half an hour or so ago. I just feel like I don't belong anywhere anymore. My husband tries to understand. He is a wonderful man, but he avoids talking about things with me because it upsets him and he doesn't know what to do. Don't know if anybody else's partners feel the same, if you know. BPD is so cruel, so shitty, excuse my language, because everything that happens just makes you feel rubbish, especially if it's a bad time for you. I'm sure you all understand that. My sister died in August last year, and I was suffering before that, but as I have done for the last 15 years or so, but she suffered bipolar, and was in and out of hospital with overdoses, drinking, pancreatitis, organ failures, the list goes on. And eventually on the 5th of August last year, she finally, I believe, got what she wanted because she was so unhappy. We had a bit of a turbulent relationship as we got older. We were very close when we were young, but as we got older we had a bit of a turbulent relationship. I think some of it probably because of both our mental healths. We still loved each other though, and I just miss her so much. I just can't explain it. We never saw each other from 1 month to the next when she was alive, because they lived in Derbyshire, and we live in Leicestershire. Yeah, so we didn't see each other that much, but I always knew she was on the other end of the phone if I wanted her, same as she knew I was. But since she died, it's just such a, I don't know, I just can't believe that I'm not going to see her again. It feels like she's just having a bad time and not talking at the moment. I feel that my mum's really suffering at the moment, obviously because it's her daughter, but I feel like she's backing off from me, probably me being borderline again, but I feel like she's backing off from me. As we were growing up, I always thought my sister was the favourite, the clever one, the pretty one, the one who got everything she wanted, modelling, kissograms, any guy she wanted, and I was just trudging along in the shadows behind her. My mum always seemed to favour her over me, but I had my dad. I was proper daddy's girl, still am, but it didn't stop it hurting. I've spoken to my mum since I've grown up, and she said that wasn't the case, and that she loves me just as much as she loved my sister. But it still doesn't feel like that to me, especially at the moment. She just doesn't seem like she wants to be around me that much. You know, I get comments like, well, you know where we live, when she knows that I'm not very good at going out at the moment, unless I'm with Jeff, and then it's still difficult. But yeah, I often wonder how other BPD patients get on with their families. You know, is it a case if they don't speak to you, which is horrible? I'm lucky my family do speak to me, but I do feel like my mum's distancing herself at the moment. I feel like maybe I should have been the one that went, and then she would have been happy. Well, not happy, but happier. Probably wrong. Hate feeling like this. I've been self-harming regularly for the last 4 months or so. Recently, every day. Today I know I had a few hours where nobody would be here, so I didn't have to worry. Usually my self-harm's done in the evening when everyone's gone to bed. There's always a risk that someone will come in. And I hate people seeing what I'm doing or what I've done. They know, but we don't talk about it. I don't want them to worry any more than they do already. But this morning I knew I'd got a good 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, I decided I was going on a cutting spree. Still doesn't feel enough. I feel like I could do more. I always just lately had this feeling of self-mutilation, not just a normal cut, but you know, real bodily mutilation of my hand, and starting to get thoughts of, you know, running up my arm. Don't know whether anybody else gets these thoughts or whether it's just me. This is a problem with BPD. You know, people think, is it just me? Am I on my own? And I think it's important for, if we can, for us to speak out and let other people know what we are going through, and even if it's just one person out there that listens to this and thinks, wow, that's me, you know, at least then that person knows they're not alone. I got a really good book about BPD, to which I need to get my hands on, because I haven't read it for quite a few years and I can't remember the title. But it's about a woman with BPD and what she goes through in her life, but it also shows you the medical side, you know, the psychological side of BPD from a doctor's point of view. It's an absolutely brilliant book. I couldn't wait to get to the bit about the stories that this woman was telling, which were true, and reading through it was just thinking, wow, that's me, wow, that's me, oh my god, that's me, you know. And it really did help. This was in the early days before I had my formal diagnosis, but it was just, yeah, so reassuring that I knew I wasn't on my own.